the graded assignment week 4. Okay, so the question is, we are using only the words data set, and they have given the procedures to be executed. Okay, so the thing is, first, why we are just taking all the elements from the table, and then we are reading it, and they are initializing two variables. I is set to 1 and B is set to false. Then using the loop, we are just keep on iterating through the elements. Okay, like I should be less than or equal to letter dot count, which means let's say the letter count is 3. So initially I is 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 3. The condition is true. So what are we doing here? We are checking whether that element is a vowel or not. If yes, we are toggling the B to true. Okay. So again, it will check for the next element. If that is also a vowel, the same. Again, it will be like it remains the same as true. Then we'll check with the third element. If that is also a vowel, we'll again change it to true. Okay. So this is what we are doing in this step. So if B is true means we are incrementing the A count. So what are we trying to do here exactly? Is everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Able to understand more? Or you want me to repeat it?
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat.
Is what do you understand now?
Yes, ma'am, but can you please repeat it? The question.
Yeah, sure. So it's nothing that initially we are declaring that A is equal to 0. Okay, we are taking the first, we are checking how many elements or, I mean, like, is there any elements left or not? Initially,
Okay.
the table 1 is filled with all the elements.
Yes,
Then we
ma'am.
are picking the first row. Okay, after that, we are checking whether after that, we are initializing I to be 1 and B to be false.
False.
Okay, so initial I is 1 and B is false. So after which we are taking the first element from the word, like first element from that particular word. Then we are checking that with I is less than 3. Okay, let's say we are taking the was as a word. Okay, so I is, that is 1 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is satisfied. So it will enter into this condition check. That is whether the ith letter of X dot word is followed by a vowel.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. So we
Yes.
have to check whether the Xth word followed by, which means its next letter is a vowel or not. So after W, A is a vowel. Okay. So what will happen? B is
True.
reinitialized to true. So here B is toggled to true here. Then what will happen? I is incremented to 2. Is 2 is less than or equal to 3? Yes, the condition is true.
True.
So it has to take A whether the X dot word is followed by a vowel. I think it has to be words, right?
Expert words.
Okay, okay. Ith letter of X word, correct only. So whether A is followed by a vowel. Is it a vowel? No. So B will not be changed. As of now, it's true. It will remain the same. And then it will take 3. Whether 3 is less than or equal to 3. Yes. Yes will
Yes.
be taken. It will check whether is there any letters followed by that. No. So it will stop. Okay. So what is the value of B so far?
True.
Which is true. Okay.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
the whole loop will stop. Then it will check here whether if of true. Is it true?
If B.
If of true means whether the condition inside, I mean, whether the steps inside the if block will work or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, it will work. How about this if of false?
No, it will not incremented.
Exactly. It is like if of we are checking the condition is false. It's like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how we are checking it. So here if of true, which means what has to be done? A has to be incremented to 1.
Okay.
Now
Yes.
A is equal to 1. Okay. Let's say the next letter I'm taking is D. So what will happen? Again, it's a 3-letter word. T will, whether the ith letter is followed by a vowel or not. Is it followed by a vowel?
No, ma'am.
No. So we have to take H. H is followed by a vowel or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, yes. So what we have to do? We have to increment the I value. So now, and B is toggled to true, then it will check whether if of true, yes. Now A is incremented to 2. So this is how it works. Is this clear, people?
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
ma'am. Actually, how which block of the code is checking whether it is followed by vowel or not? So, in my doubt is, if at all it is stored somewhere, so we can say it is followed by vowel or not. Otherwise, as it is a machine, it can how can it look forward whether the following letter is a vowel or not? Which part of this code is responsible for that, ma'am?
So we are just checking manually, right? Like let's say here I'm taking the ith letter. Eighth letter, ith letters next is a vowel or not. We are checking like that. If it is like a complete code, what would we have written is it's like I, which means I plus 1 has to be checked whether it is a vowel or not. Vowel means like A, E, I, O, U. So we'll give this condition check. As it's a just we are writing only the algorithmic part. We are just saying whether the ith letters next is vowel or not like
Siri,
that.
turn off flashlight.
Is what happened.
Ma'am, as it is a pseudocode, there is no need to mention it explicitly. When it
Ah,
is a code, we have to mention everything.
we should give all those things explicitly.
Thank you.
Okay, is this clear, ma? So what can be the answer for this question?
Hmm.
And like number of words with
पिटाई
at
करूंगा तेरी
least
पिटाई.
one letter followed by a vowel.
People, could you please tell me, ma, what can be the answer?
D option, ma'am. Number of words with at least one letter followed by a vowel.
Can you please tell me which option it
आता
is?
दुप्पट बाहेर आले ग तो वाटतंय.
D, ma'am. D. Fourth option.
People, am I audible, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
tell me what option is the answer.
Fourth, ma'am. Fourth.
Fourth?
D option, ma'am.
First one, number 4.
कितीचा गेला?
So what is the difference between utmost and at least, people?
Utmost means
हो भाई माई
maximum
4
one
शर्ट
letter.
कमीत कमी.
Ma'am, can you
Maximum one
तुला
letter.
अगं या झोपडपट्टीत भीक मागणारे तुम्ही अशाच घालता.
At least indicates
हा
one or greater than or equal to one. For at least, for at most, less than or equal to one. Ma'am.
वाटलं ते सांगितलं.
So utmost
मम्मी
in the
मला
sense of
म्हणत होती तू घे एक शर्ट.
hello, ma'am? Hello,
uh,
ma'am. Can
तुझ्याकडे
you please
तोच एक आहे का?
mute?
Ma'am, mute Santosh.
okay. So utmost in the
Yes.
sense of maximum. Okay. So are we finding the maximum letters or at least in the sense of minimum letters? Minimum one has to be the at least. So are we finding one letter followed by a vowel?
याला ड्रेस म्हणतात.
Ma'am, can you please mute Santosh?
Santosh, can you mute yourself? Thank you.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, let's say, are we checking for number of letters? Okay. So are we checking for maximum one letter or minimum one letter or exactly one letter followed by a vowel? What are we trying to do here?
At least one word, ma'am.
Yes, at least one. If it is more than one also, B is going to be the true only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here we haven't stopped after finding one. So we are keep on checking all the letters in that word. Okay. So our answer can be option D. At least one letter followed by a vowel. Is it clear, people?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Everyone?
Ma'am, just once, can you summarize this in?
I didn't get you.
I
Could you
just
please?
missed. I just missed this part. Ma'am, just can you summarize for me?
Okay. So in this procedure, what are we trying to do? That's the thing. Okay. Like what is A represents? So A is initialized with 0 and I with 1 and B with false. Okay. So this A equal to I equal to 1 and B is equal to false is initialized throughout the looping. Okay. Because it is initialized within this loop. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to take that letter. I mean, like whatever the word I have taken, I have to take that word and I have to take its letter count. Let's say the letter count is 2. That is. Okay. So what I
Okay.
need to do is I have to take the ith element, which means the first element I. I have to check whether it's followed element, which means its next element is a vowel or not. If it is vowel, B is changed to true. Then I is incremented, then it will go to 2. That is, I becomes 2 now.
Okay.
It will check whether S next followed element is a vowel or not. But there
If
is a,
not,
like, it's only 2 elements, right? So it cannot be a vowel. So
hmm.
it is not true. Okay. But in this case, both the things also it will not give us true because I is a vowel, but it's followed
Hmm.
is not a vowel. So
Yes.
B is still false only. Okay. Then it will check whether S next is a vowel.
But
It's
B
not.
is true.
Why it is true?
As there is.
We have to take ith letter of X dot word is followed by a vowel. They are not
Okay.
telling us
So
to
we are
check
not
the
taking
ith
this.
letter.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. So next is I'm checking with this. So here B is always false in this case. So what has to be done?
Hmm.
It will check. If it is false, it will be like if of false. What is if of false?
If
If for false, it means it will the A will be not incremented.
Exactly. A will remain the same as 0. Okay, let's say the next element I'm taking is D. Now,
the
T's next element, is it a vowel?
no,
No. H next
same.
element is a
Yeah,
vowel. So
next
in
is.
this case, B becomes true.
Uh,
Okay, then
We
it
have
will
to
be like
check
if
next
of true.
element.
What is if of true?
1.
Yes.
Exactly, the condition is true. So A is incremented to 1.
Right, ma'am.
Then let's say
Okay.
I'm taking the element as off. What will
No.
Yeah,
happen now?
first element is vowel, so we increment it to 2.
No, its next element has to be checked, right?
Okay, so 0.
No, ma'am, it will not incremented because the
Nothing will increment.
yes,
Exactly. So here, O is followed by a vowel? No. F is followed by a vowel? No. So A is not increment. Like it will be like B is not toggled to true. So it will be like if of false. So A remains the same as 1 itself. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, can you help me understand this? The first line, I is equals to 1, B is equals to false. What does
Mm.
this mean?
It will be reinitialized for every word, right?
It will be reinitialized for every word.
Yes.
Initializing.
So if I is equals to 1, that means it is saying that if the letter count in a word is 1, am I right?
Repeat.
That it is saying I is equals to 1, B is equals to 4, false. So this
Mm.
means then any word which has letter 1, like if I say a, a bat, so if for A, it will be false, right? Because it is not being followed up by any vowel. Is that right?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay. So for I is equals to 1, no, this is still not clear to me. Um, I is equals to 1, B is equals to false. What does this mean?
Okay.
Those are taken as the incremented value, initial value for the I or B case.
Sorry?
Those are the incremental initial value for the solution of the question, or what we can say variable. We have taken variable.
So the code says while table 1 has more rows, read the first row X in table 1. I is
Mm.
equals to 1, B is equals to false. What does
Yes.
this mean? I is equals to 1, B is equals to false.
They're just initializing that value, dear. Let's say they're initializing I is equal to 1 and B is equal to false. And the word which I have picked is end. Okay. So what is its letter count?
Letter count is 3.
Yes. So now what is the I value?
I value is 3.
I value is 1, right?
I value is 1. How
Uh,
come?
Here we are in fourth line, we are initializing it to 1, right?
Um, Initializing it to 1.
Sir, the recording, ma'am, the recording would be available of this, na?
Yeah, it would be.
Till night.
I is equals to 1,
It's
we are taking the first
it
letter of
is a
the
YouTube link. You can just take it.
It's live on YouTube and it gets recorded on YouTube. You can watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you saying, ma'am, that it will take the first letter of the word end?
Yeah. First letter of the end, that is E. So that is
Okay.
the one, right? So 1 is less than or equal to 3. 3. Condition is true. I have to take the ith letter of a word. What is the ith letter? E. Whether it is followed by a vowel, whether it is a vowel,
No, it's not a vowel.
not
That
a
would be
vowel.
false.
So the if condition is false. So what has to be done? I has to be incremented to 1. That is I becomes 2. Is 2 is less than or equal to 3?
Yes.
The condition
Yeah.
is true. So what has to be done? I have to take n, whether it's followed by, it's whether it is followed by a vowel.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
So what will happen? I is incremented to 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3? Yes, the condition is true.
Yes.
So after D, there is no characters to be checked. So the loop stops. So once the loop stops, what has to be done? I have to check whether the that is B value is true or not. Did we toggle the B value anywhere here?
No.
No. So what is the B value? Still false. So we have to check if for false. The condition in the if is false, which means whether the if block will work.
No.
Of course, it will not work. So A will not be incremented. So whatever is the A value so far, that remains the same. Is this thing clear?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it doesn't matter if first letter is vowel or not.
No. We are checking whether it is followed by a vowel or not. That is what is given in this line, right?
Which
Line
is,
number 6.
Madam, so,
if letter is
madam,
followed by vowel or not, that is important.
Yes.
So for the word, what you considered END, end, so
Hmm.
then there is no word for no word followed by vowel, right?
Yeah.
So here exactly, so exactly, so it will become exactly, right?
No. Here there is no vowel, right? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to check the like, is there at least one vowel is present in that word or not? That is what we are trying to check, right?
Okay,
We
okay.
take a word as executed.
Mm.
So what will happen in this case? Whether
For,
E is first I is initialized to 1, B becomes false. Then it will check whether E is followed by a vowel.
no.
No. Then whether X is followed by a vowel?
Yes. Yes.
If that is yes, what are we doing? We are toggling the B to true,
True.
isn't it?
Yes.
Then I is incremented, it becomes 3. Whether E is followed by a vowel,
No.
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 whether C is followed by a vowel,
Yes.
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 are we changing the B? No, because
S-
already we have toggled it to true. No need
s-
to toggle it again.
Okay.
Still, we'll check whether U is followed by a vowel. No.
No.
T
No.
is followed by a vowel. Yes.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
we are reinitializing the B to true, which means there is no effective in that line. Whether E is followed by a vowel?
No.
No. So after this, the loop stops because no other words to be checked. So now it will check if of true. So what is happening?
Ma'am,
Now B
why?
is true. Now B is true.
Huh, yeah.
So yeah, then the A will be incremented 1.
Yes. So what are we trying to do here? We are trying to check only the characters. Like whether a word is, whether
At least
any
one
word
letter,
that
right? At
contains,
least one letter, right?
yeah, at least one
One
letter is
letter.
followed by a vowel.
Yeah, okay, understood.
Yes.
Ma'am, just once, can you repeat the executed one? You verbal and what you called?
I didn't get it.
Just can you go through the executed word? You explained no verbal like that.
Executed one means?
Ma'am, you
Ma'am,
were
you
giving examples.
explained about vowel side, vowel and
Huh?
one and increment count. Just go through once.
With some example?
Same example with
Okay. Yes. So let's say I'm taking the word as executed. Okay. So what is the I value initially? 1 and B is false. Is this how you are asking?
yes, yes.
Okay. So now I is equal to, what is the letter count here?
8.
8.
Yes, the letter count is 8. So it will check
That
whether
means
1 is less than or equal to 8.
Yes.
Condition is true. So I have to take E, whether it's followed by a vowel.
Yeah.
Is it followed by a vowel?
Yes.
no,
E
it
is a
is not.
vowel.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, it's not followed by a vowel. Okay, so will the B change?
E is a vowel, right? But
We have to check ith letter of a X is followed by a vowel.
oh, next letter we have to.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, any doubt?
No, no.
D is correct.
Okay, so B is not changed it.
Okay.
Okay,
In
so
the
now we have
madam,
to, now
madam,
I is,
in this condition, so once maybe we are initializing with first initializing the B is false. So intermediate based on the if condition, if we sets to true now, then after that it won't change, right? For entire word checking, it will be still
yes, it will
remain true
always
only.
be true. Yeah, yeah.
True only.
That's why you said if there is one word, I mean like in a word, if there is one vowel is checked, it's going to be true forever. Like throughout that word, it is going to be true only. We are not going to toggle it to false
Yeah.
only.
Okay, understood.
So that's why we are saying that option
At
4
least,
because at least,
yeah, understood.
which is minimum. Okay. And next I is incremented to 1. So every time you can see once the word is done, we are reinitializing the B to false. Again, it starts to check for the next word. Okay. So before checking every word, the I becomes 1 and B becomes false. Which is minimum. Yes. Minimum 1. Next I is
কিন্তু পিজি করে গেছে নাই তো বলছি বাপের বাড়ি যাবে বললে তো মৃত্যুর পূজা যাবে সবাই মিলে বেড়াতে
I didn't get you.
Move next, madam.
সামনেই মোড়ের ওই দিকটায় ধামাইতি করার ওই দিকটা সামনে
Oh my.
Okay. So moving to the next question, people. So the second question is they have mentioned we have to take the Olympics data set. So what will E represent at the end of the execution of this procedure? Okay. So again, the pseudocode is given. So people, do you want to give it a try
Yeah, give
We,
us one.
we will
or shall we discuss it, or you want some time to discuss it?
Let's try.
Discuss it. Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, give me 1 minute.
Okay. I'll just give you a minute of, 2 minutes of time. Just go through this and tell me what you understand from this. Okay. So after that, we'll discuss what is happening.
Okay, ma'am.
Can you show option?
Ma'am, option C would be correct.
Yes, people.
Yeah, options.
Option
which value, madam? Q value. What is which value we need to look?
Yes. So the question is, we have to check what will E represent at the end of the execution. So which is in this line. So
So number of the players from the same country but with different medal.
Yes, same country and different medal is different.
yes, perfect. Can
Yeah,
anyone
pair of
explain it?
student.
How did you find it out?
Can I
There is
explain,
written
madam?
P
Yeah, please.
country is equal to Q country, means कि दोनों the two have same country but and P medal is not equal to Q medal. So procedure find in the procedure find this statement is.
Yes. So actually what is happening inside this is, first we are taking the elements. Let's say first row we are picking it up. Okay. So whatever is the first table, from the table 1, we are picking the first card. Then we have to pick the second card, because now this is moved to table 2, right? Let's say I'm taking the card number 1. Now this is moved to table 2. Now the table 1 contains from card 2 to card. Let's say there are 10 cards. Okay. Now card 2 to card 10 will be in T1, table 1. So from there, I'm taking the card 2. Okay, now card 1 and card 2 are taken. We have to follow this find your procedure. Okay, that is this one. In find your procedure, what are we trying to do? We have to check the country of both. Okay, if both the country are same, then they are checking for the medal. It's like a and condition. What is the usage of and condition?
And means
Both
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 statement need to
conditions
be
both
true.
are true. Ma'am, both are true.
Yes, exactly. Similar with the and table. Let's say you all know and table, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in AND table, what happens? Only if both the conditions are true, it will return as true. Otherwise, it will return as false. Okay. So what if this condition failed? Will it check the second condition?
No.
Exactly. It
No.
will not check because it's AND. So first condition failed means no need to check the second condition at all. So now we are checking with the condition, that is country. If both the people's country are same, then we are checking for the medal. Both the people's medal should not be true. Then then it will return as true. If any
No,
of
it
the
should be
condition
one
failed,
of
it will return false.
Madam, here,
No, it should be
here
one
what you was
zero.
earlier said, so the country is not same, na, then next condition it won't go, huh? So
Yeah, it will not check the second condition at all
so,
because
so it
one
will return to
was,
false directly.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay.
The
Because
First,
and value will
it's an
for
AND condition, right?
okay, for our
It will
for
check with the second condition for sure.
because it's options. Okay.
Yes. Or is like only if both are false, it is false. Otherwise, it's one. No, so I cannot predict it with one, but and I can predict it at least. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, madam.
Great. Okay. So next is R. In R, sorry,
Ma'am,
in AND
and what does and represent here?
Hmm?
And you written, right? And A, B, and R.
Mm.
And 001, what does this signify?
And means both need to be satisfied, or means only one needs to be satisfied.
Yeah, it's a truth table I have written here.
Okay. And or
imply
just nothing. Good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So here, if both the conditions are true, then it will return as true. So if of true means E gets incremented. Okay. If it is false, if for false, E will never change. So what are we trying to find here is the same people, I mean like the people belongs to the same country, but with the different medal. Is it clear?
Clear,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
Clear, madam.
Option C.
Yes, option C. Okay, there are two options with the same one. Here, number of players or number of pair of players. Are we checking with pair or one versus many? What are
Pair.
we doing here?
pair.
Pair.
Yes, here we are doing the pair elements. Let's say I'm taking the person A and person B and I'm checking it. I'm not checking with A with all. Okay,
Okay.
great. So here is the next question. The following pseudocode is executed using the people. Did you get a better idea on discussing first two questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We get.
Yes, yes. I think
Everyone can able to understand
yeah,
the
yeah. Some of
procedure
the
and how.
points maybe I understood wrong. Now you clarified. It's good. It's benefited. Because
Great, great.
this and all earlier I have not noticed. I thought earlier it's both has to satisfy. Like that I understood actually.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Now you got the idea, right?
Yes.
Great people. Okay, so now for this third question, do you want to give it a try or shall we discuss
We
first?
want.
We can try 2 minutes.
We'll go same pattern, madam. Just give me 2 minutes. So if you want able to do, then you can try.
Yeah, better one people. Super. So this is the question which I have displayed. So you can just go through it for 2 minutes and tell me what is your finding. It can be right or wrong. It's not need to be always right. Okay. So if it is wrong also, anyway, we'll be discussing it, people.
Okay.
I mean, this question, what does n represent? We have to find.
Ma'am, can I get the options, please?
Okay, so we have to find that yeah, this is the option. What will n represent at the end of the execution?
Okay. Maximum number of books
Madam,
published by
maybe you can options
like
hide. Actually, just maximize that content only. So we'll guess what is the options.
Okay, actually here you have to find what n represent. That is the end question.
It represents the maximum number of books by an author. Hello.
Yes? People, did you ask anything?
No, ma'am, no.
Yeah, ma'am. First option. First option.
Yeah.
Now show me option.
You want me to display the options?
Yes, ma'am. I.
Okay, it's maximum number of published by a author or pair of author or by a author in a year or pair of authors in a year.
First option.
Ma'am,
Okay.
there is no
Maximum number.
mention of year in the code, so
So year will not be in the answer though.
we can discard year, and also pair is not mentioned, so it should be the
Yeah,
first.
it's not asking. So first answer.
I will discuss people. Just wait for one more minute.
Ma'am, have you completed previous weeks? Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm asking, have you completed or discussed the previous weeks, or are you starting from week 4?
I'm starting from week 4.
Okay, thank you.
Option 1.
Yeah, ma'am, option 1.
Done.
Yes, people.
Option
Have
1,
we all
ma'am.
tried?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is given here? Can anyone explain it?
Yeah, same books published by the author. There is no mention of year, so we can discard the year options. And also to be pair, there need to be like a equal to a plus. Already a is equal to 1 is mentioned first. So
Can I?
Ma'am, can I explain?
Can I?
Yeah, people.
So, ma'am, what we are doing in the from the line 5, no, from the line 2. So we read the table 1, we pick a card from row X and move it to table 2. And we'll check the card Y, pick a card Y from table 1 and compare it with the table 2 card, which is X. If in the comparison we get X author equals to Y author, we'll increment the count. Which
Okay.
means A is the count of the author, that the same author is coming again and again. And in the else statement, if it doesn't matches, it doesn't match, we'll pick the card Y and move it to table 3.
Okay.
And after completing this, after completing what? And after picking all cards from table 1, the iteration is completed. Then we'll check A equals to greater than N. Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Actually, good understanding, people. I'll tell you as well. Let's say we are digging 3 tables here. Okay, let's say table 1, which contains all the elements. And we are taking empty table 2 and empty table 3. Okay. Now, what are we doing is, let's say from here, I have taken the first card. So, the first card is now moved to table 2. So, now the table 1 does not contain the first card at all. Okay. So, what I have to do then? I have to check with the author, for which I have to take the second card from the table 1. So, when these two cards are flipped, if the author is same, we are incrementing the A value by 1. Then, we are moving this 2 to a table 2. Okay, if it is not a match, we are moving to table 3. So, it contains not match. Right? So by this way, I'm checking. So now the table 2 contains all the matched values of the same author. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's say we have completed this iteration. So what is happening? We are just initializing the n value with the 0 initially. Now a may contain some value because a is initially 1. After based on that, we are just changing the value to 2, 3, 4 and all. Okay, let's say the a value is 5. So it will check whether 5 is greater than the 0.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And
So now n holds the maximum value. Okay.
Which is 5.
Yes. Now n is containing 5. So after which we are just reinitializing the a to 1 and we are taking the next card from the table. Now all the same author's card are discarded. Delete all the rows of table 2, which means all the same author books are deleted. Okay, then what are
We
the
are
unmatched
only
cards?
counting the
Which
author.
is moved to table 1 again. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Because if I keep the same author again and again, it will increase the count only. But that is not correct. No? So that's why we are discarding it all. Okay, so now what will n represent? Of course, the one with the maximum value. Is it clear?
Madam,
If
I
both
have
card
one
match,
doubt.
then we are deleting them.
If both the card matches, we are moving all the cards to this table 2, right? If it is
Yeah,
not matched, we are moving to table 3.
if they match, then we are deleting from table 2.
Yes, at the end, once for a particular author, all the cards are, let's say there are 30 cards. So I'm taking one author, which is checked against all the 29 cards.
or
So
we
what are
can
all
say
the
that
matched
And,
cards will be in table
and
2, that
means
will be
we are,
deleted.
when we will check another card, like after 2 cards, then we will delete. We will check another
no,
card.
no, no,
No.
no,
We are not deleting it then and there. I said no, one card is checked against 29 cards. First card is
we'll
checked
empty the
against
table 1
29
first.
cards.
Madam, Madam, just we have the table 1 more cards. X is moved from table 1 to table 1 to table 2. Okay.
Okay.
Then next there is another while. It's a while inner loop, another while, right? Under
Yes.
loop, yeah. So in this another while, then the y dot table 1, that is why again the remaining cards, the top card of the number 2, it's again is moved to the it's read and it is compared and it
Yes.
is matching. Matching means then that y that 2 will be moved to the again table 2, right?
Yeah. If
So
it is not
now
matched,
wait, madam. Now at 1 and 2 it's in table 2 now, right? Okay. Then the condition true. Then the remaining we're not able to see.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Then the else condition won't work, right here, because it is true matching. Okay. So then A will be incremented, and the Y card, whatever the second card is moved to, it already moved to the table. Okay, it's not moved, only comparison. So table 2 is moved. Now table 2 having 2 cards, 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So then the else condition, it will work, it won't work, right?
Yeah, else will not work. If the in case if is working, else will not work, right?
Okay. So if condition yes, then the else will not work. If it is false only, else condition will work, right?
Yeah.
So now the A will be compared with the initialization. So A count is 1. It's N is 0. So A is greater. So the A value is set to N. Then A equal to 1. A equal to 1. If then you are here A equal to 1. Why here again setting A equal to 1? You already incremented A plus 1, right? So 0 plus 1, 1 already is there. And same count will be in N, it is transferred. Then A equal to again y here again A equal to 1. Maybe it's resetting it to 1 again, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Because
So
this loop ends here.
yeah. So now the here only I got the problem. The count equal to count plus 1. Okay. Here the counting is happening. What is the pair of authors? Okay. Delete all row from the table 2. Now we got 2 cards are there in 1 and 2. So table 2 both will be deleted, right?
Yeah. Let's say if there is for card 1.
Oh, so for that only you are telling pairs.
Yes. Let's
Okay.
say now there is now suppose that the author has written fifth also the same. 3 and 4 are not matched, 5 is matched. And then 8 is also and then yeah, let's say all the others are not matched.
So it compare all the cards, then only it will come out from the loop.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Until the
Ma'am,
table
table
1
two
is
contains
empty.
all the
So
table
you
two
can see in
contains
the
all the
14th line.
books from same author.
Yes. So once we arranged a table with all the, like, I have compared across all the elements and I have got only the table with only the matched author, then the table 2 gets deleted. All the rows are deleted. So now 1 to 5 are deleted. Then this 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 is moved to table 1. Now
So
table 3 is moved to, I mean,
so
like, first
then till the time table 2 it will keep only paired author, right?
matched author.
Matched pairwise. Okay, matched authors.
Not pairwise, just matched.
Then it will be
Can you explain
then it
count?
will be deleted, which means removed from the total our iteration. Then remaining cards we are doing the against sorting iteration.
Yes, yes, yes.
Understood.
Ma'am, can you explain count?
Can you?
Count,
No,
count plus one.
count.
This
It is just for
line
counting the
19.
number of authors. This will give you the number of authors, number of unique
These are
authors.
card number.
I
These are
think
card numbers.
no, 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 ma'am. I think it will give the table 1 initializing number. How many times the table
Can
1
you
get
see here? We have just count equal to 0. Whatever it is, either if there is only one, let's say for 3, there is no match. Still, the count will work, right? So this is to find the number of unique authors.
Yes, ma'am.
And N will also contain the same number of books by
Number of
same author.
authors, number of authors. Because initially n is 0. So what is the A value I have got here is 3. So n is 3, like, of course 3 is greater than 0, right? So now n becomes 3.
No, I think they all are confused in the 18th from the 18th line. Why?
Okay, got it, got it. People don't get confused from here. That is, here we are initializing it with the maximum value. Okay, like whatever is the n value, that is with the maximum A value. Okay, that is a
Whatever is a value, it can become n value because n is
how.
equal to a.
No, no, no. Can you see here? What is the condition given here?
A is greater than n.
Yeah,
If
only if A is greater than n, then the n is reinitialized, right?
if
And
not,
A would
then
already
false.
be the
Yeah, let's say if the A value is 1,
Okay.
n value is 3. So will this condition be true?
One. No.
So in that
Madam,
N
case,
is
madam,
n is,
suppose now more than 3 cards are same author. So how the here how it will be detected actually for 3?
anyway, 3 is the maximum, right? So we are trying to find the a person, how many maximum number of books he has written.
Mm. So that n only that counting. So it's whatever the counts, the A is full iteration. It's taking the observation and it will be transferred to the n. So in this case, 3 means 3 will be transferred, right?
Yes.
Understood.
the
So why?
screen
But why they are
something.
telling pair actually? What the pair means 2 only, right? Why the
Yeah, here
options
we
are
are not taking pairs, right? We are taking only the maximum number of books published by an author. We are not taking the
Yeah.
pairs.
It
okay?
was the
Understood.
previous
Okay,
question.
So
madam.
pair in
Understood.
the sense of I am comparing A and B only. Are
Only
we
here.
doing that here?
No,
No.
you are increment. So what are the
Yeah.
combinations? Okay.
It's like one against many, one versus many. So one to many in the sense of it's like number of.
Understood,
If
madam.
it is like 1 to 1, then we can say it's like a pair.
Got it.
Okay. So people, I'm just stopping with the third question and parallel I'm moving to this mock test one. Is these questions discussed, people? Mock test questions?
No, ma'am.
Similar question is there, madam, in mock test.
Huh. So I think Usha, you have mentioned that you have doubt, right?
Yeah. The similar one. It's a library based data set based question.
Kana, could you please tell me the question number? Is it question number 3?
The last
No,
questions.
ma'am. No, ma'am. 11, 11.
11 is
And this mock test is for which week?
Yeah, this one, ma'am. Year. Uh,
okay. It is not like week, ma. You can just find here. It's given as mock test.
It's not graded.
It's because unit. Sorry, this is upcoming, right? So for that.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so A be the author who had written a book in a library dataset, and B be the positive integer, and we have to do this process. Okay. They have given 2 years. There is C and D, and A is the author, and B is the some value, integer value. So we have to check whether that or this. Okay. So before moving to the discussion part, people, do you want some time to understand this question? Like,
Yes, ma'am, we want.
Yes,
okay.
let us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I
Yeah.
thought, based on my understanding, I thought the third answer is the correct one, but
We'll see. Let us do first.
We'll discuss, dear.
okay, thank you.
Which question is this, ma'am? Question
11th
number?
question in mock quiz.
Okay.
Question number 11.
Here is
Just
nothing
giving
more,
2
just with
minutes
the
of time, people. Just check with this, okay?
maximum layer of C and the minimum layers of D. C minus D, you will get the value of
Your voice is
greater
not.
than or equal to, then we will increment return true, otherwise we return false.
Your voice is jarring.
Maximum layer is C and minimum layer is D.
People, I
C
cannot be
minus,
able to hear your voice clearly, ma. Could you please speak a bit louder?
Ma'am, can I get the options?
okay, sorry ma'am, I am not able.
You can write it in the chat.
Hold on, people. I've just refreshed the page.
I will try to explain, but
Is it possible for you to write it in a chat box there?
no ma'am, because I did try to explain, but it's not possible for my voice and my mic.
As per the pseudo code, C and D are getting replaced every time.
We'll check.
But as per the answer, they're saying they're checking whether the difference between the first book and the last book is greater than the least years, which is B.
Ma'am, can there be any book which is written before 1900?
Repeat. Is there any?
Yes. Is there any book which is written before 1900?
You're asking.
We'll discuss later, bro. We are solving.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, people. We'll discuss it now. So, people will discuss the 10th question also, not an issue need to. Okay. So here they are just initialize, like you can see here C and D keeps varying. Okay, so C is initially 1900 and D is initially 2022. Okay, so B is some integer. Let's say I'm just giving some random integer as 2. Okay, so A is a author name. Let's say I'm taking the author name as Kalam, just for the instance, people. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'll just check with the author if the card I have taken, whether that author is equal to the author given. If yes, I have to check the specific book's year. If the specific book, let's say I'm taking 1988, which is greater than 1900.
19.
So what will happen? C is reinitialized with 1988. And we have to check with D also. That is whether 1988 is less than the 2022. Is the condition is true?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is.
1988 I didn't get.
It's a sample one.
I'm just taking for instance.
Ma'am has taken an example of card which
The
has
sample.
Okay. If less
Sample
than
size.
1900,
Yeah.
then it is initially.
So how about this condition? So in this condition, is this condition is true?
Yes, it is.
So D is reinitialized with 1988.
88.
So because here both the ifs are given, it's not like else if. So both the condition has to be checked. Okay. And then let's.
But 1998 is greater than 2022. You wrote.
How 1988 is greater?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. You wrote it right. Less than.
Comparing with 1900, this is greater.
Okay. Allah. Okay, ma'am. I got this. Yes, sign confusion.
Madam, maybe you see it's a new year, old year, like that. Maybe that concept. Maybe maybe.
I got it. Oh, just
Okay.
sign confusion.
Number only we need to check. Number, just check it number.
I hope now this will clarify, right? Like this is greater than and this is less than symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was
So
written
now
before.
I'll be moving ahead with the next card. Let's say the next card which I'm taking is of not of column. So the if condition failed, which means it will not go ahead with the further if conditions. Only if it is same author, then I have to check with the year. Okay, let's say I'm taking one more card which has the value of 2024. So now what will happen?
We'll
First,
subtract.
1988 check greater than 2024 or not.
Yes,
Then less than.
1988 has to be checked against 2024.
Yes or no? If yes,
He
then
will
go to
get
next.
replaced with 2024.
1
Yes.
minute, people. Yes, people.
C will be replaced with the latest year.
Yes, because 2024 is the C. Sorry, C is 1988 and year is 2024, which is greater. Okay, so what has to be done here? I have to check whether the 2024 is greater than 1988. Is the condition is true?
Yes,
Yes.
Of
it is.
course.
But
So now C is replaced with 2024. Isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
And now, what is the X year?
X
Year
year
is
is
2024, right?
24.
Yeah.
And we'll compare it with D.
Okay, so I have to check that whether 2024 is, sorry, I have to change the color, right? Okay. Whether 2024 is
Less than
less than
2022.
1988.
Oh, yes, 1980.
Is it true?
No.
False.
So what will happen here?
D
The
will
code
remain
not
same.
run.
Yes. Are we changing the D value now?
No.
So this is 1988. Okay. So this is what we have checked, right? So 1 minute. Initially, I have taken 1988. Then I have taken 2024 card. So this is the updated C values. Okay. Now let's say I'm taking the next card, which is of 1990.
22.
So now X year is 1990. What is the C value?
D1 is 2024.
What is the D value?
D1 is
C
1988.
value will remain same.
So now we have to check with these conditions. Now, is the C value is updated?
Not.
No, it will not be.
No, ma'am.
How
No.
about D value?
How will be updated
D
1998?
value will also not get updated.
Not.
Is this condition is not true?
It's true, ma'am.
Yes.
No, no.
No.
People,
Not
the year
true.
is
Why is all-
1990, which is less than 1988. Is the condition is true or not?
No.
Not.
No, it
Not true.
It's
No.
not.
How it is not? Here,
Then it is
1990 is greater than 2004. The condition fails. Agreed. Here, the
Also,
1990 is
1990 is
greater than 1988. It's
yes,
true.
oh, okay,
1990
okay,
is not smaller than
1988, right? Okay, got it. So will the D value remain same?
Yeah.
No,
yes,
It
ma'am.
will not
Yeah,
get
it remains same.
changed.
it will not get changed because it's 88. Okay.
Yes.
So
So
let's
this
say
is asking C minus D greater than equal to B.
We'll come to that, bro.
Oh, okay.
so far I didn't complete the loops. Okay. So let's say for this is I have checked. So the values loops are not changed. Okay. So let's say I have checked with 5 cards, out of which 3 is of author columns. Okay. So now let's say I have completed this whole loop. So what has to be done? I have to check with this C. So C value is 2024 and D value is 1988. So on subtracting, what is the value you'll get, people?
Greater than or equal to B.
I think around 36, right? Yeah, 36 is greater than or equal to B value. Let's say I have given us 20. Is this condition is true?
No.
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yes, it is true.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is true.
36
what?
is greater than or equal to 20.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
it's true.
When we are taking the B value by our own self, it is not given in the question. Why?
They said it's some integer value and A is some author. They didn't mention which author to be checked or anything like that.
So, ma'am, it can be anything.
Yeah, it
Infinite.
can be of any author. There can be a match and there cannot be a match also is possible.
Okay, it's on our page.
But
It's a
always
random
there.
case they are giving it, people. They are not specifying it. They have given only the random cases here.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to check when we are getting true. Okay, so in this, what is his first book? First book is in 1988 and second book is in 1990 and third book is in 2024. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is.
Okay, so we have to say, let's say, this is his first year of publication and this is second year and this is third year. And these are the initialization of AB values. Okay, we have to check. Our output is true if and only if the second book of the author A was published at least B years after their first book.
No.
Is it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Because we have given B as 20, but it's not like first book and second book, right? It's like first book and last book we are
Last book.
comparing. And output is true if and only if the last book of the author A was published at least B years after their first book.
No.
Why no?
Yeah, true.
The B condition, I think.
At least B years after their first book was.
Sorry. Maybe it was.
We are taking first book and last book. That's what I mentioned, right?
Okay, got it.
Okay. And output is true if and only if the last book of the author A was published at least B years after their second last book.
It's wrong.
Are we taking the second last book for subtraction?
No.
Of course, we are taking first and last. So option D can also be the possibility, that is, output is true if and only if the last book of the author A was published at least B years before their first book. Is it possible to publish a book like last book before their first book?
No, ma'am.
So that's why option D is not there. Option B is the correct answer. Is it clear, Usha?
Yeah, it appears to be, ma'am. But if at all here you have taken example of an year 2024. Suppose we take, I mean, I have taken the years below 2022 itself.
That is also fine.
Then I got the answer to be if outputs will be true if and only if the last book and the second last. That is how I got it. I'll check once again, ma'am. I'll check once again.
Okay. Let me just do that as well. So instead of 2024, let me give it as
Some 2021 I have taken.
Okay, let me also give 2020 then. Okay, so what will happen with the first condition then? Let's say initially I have given 19. So C value is 1988 and D value is 1988. That's what I got, right?
So based on this if loop, I mean if conditions, D will store the value of the first year of publishing.
Yes.
It will not change. Does it mean
Yes.
that?
Yeah, the same. Because let's say I'm taking 1988. That's the first book. After that, how many books I can, let's say, whatever the books I'm writing, of course, that will be greater. That never be lesser than the first year, right?
If at all we get a book after, before 1982 book is coming, then they will store 1982, obviously.
Yeah. That is their first book. Well, the number can be in any order. See, I have given first book, last book, and then somewhere in the middle. So it can be in any order. Whatever the order you are giving, it will take only the value which is of
first year. I mean,
first
the
book.
least year.
Yeah.
Okay.
This question is taken from library dataset, right? Hello?
Yeah. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, it is taken from the library dataset. But here I'm just taking only the generalized values.
Generalized value. But I do not see the library data set in the data set.
Generally, you'll get the data like this, right?
It's not there.
Like a
It's in the
template.
bottom.
Yeah,
So these are the columns will be there, like row number, that is the book number, name, author, what gender it belongs to, and then language, pages, publisher, and then the year.
But ma'am, this is just the screenshot. Where is the data?
Generally, for exams also, you'll get it like this only.
But then how come we are taking the values 1988, 2024
I
on
have
our
just
own?
given the random values
That's
to
example,
understand.
bro.
We need to simulate
Just
and we need
assume.
to all the cases we need to consider.
It's just a reference, right?
Yes.
So we can take any year on our own.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes.
like
You
how
can
you
assume
have to
anything.
take the edge cases also to understand what is happening.
I can take any book like published in 1980, published in 1888.
Yeah, it can be like you can take 1880 also.
But it seems to be very
On you.
absurd.
Ma'am, can you go to the question?
Please go ahead.
In line number 9, if you take below 2022, D, the value of D, then it's false, na, ma'am. Condition false itself.
Yeah, I was about to check that. Okay. Let me take one more value here, that is 1920 also. Okay. So let me take this. So what is this year? 1988, which is less okay, let me just take the years 1900, 1988 and 2022.
Madam, here I can able to see the one pattern, which means the if the year is considered between the C and D, then the loop and that if condition always give the same number. So the C and D will be the same.
Yes, but
So then if you are moving to the next condition, then the C minus D is 0 only it will come. Right?
How it is D?
For example, if you consider 2000, okay. So then the first condition it will be compared. Author is same. You just assume author is same. Then next if condition is x dot year is greater than C. So we are considered 2000. So the 2000 will be stored in the C, right? So same way. Then if you compare with the D, then D compare D, x dot year is lesser than D because we consider 2000. So the D will be 2000, right? So then the year will be same for C and D, 2000, 2000. So if
But
you
it's not like that, right? Because D will always hold the first year of publishing, right?
no, just I'm telling if you consider 2000, so what will be the up to the 11th row, what will be the value of C and D? It will be 2000 only, right?
Instead
C,
of 2020, you're asking me to reconsider
yeah,
2000.
2000, yeah.
So it is saying that if
Just
we
I'm
get
seeing
the
the
value
pattern between the
2000,
C and D. If you choose any number, any year, it will be the C and D will be the same number.
We'll check.
yeah,
Wait. Let's say C is equal to what?
You take
2000.
2000, 2000.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. It will obviously take
So
the
it's
same
saying
number. And
that if we get the same number 2000 for C and D, then when we minus them, it will get 0. And sir, the answer will be false in return because 0 is smaller than.
When only one book is there, which got published in 2000, that condition will arrive.
Yeah,
When C
exactly.
minus D is 0.
If he has written more than one book, then we'll get some
It's
value, right?
automatically C and D will vary.
Yeah.
No. We are comparing first one book. Just we are iterating the first one book. What will be the C and D?
Yeah,
So
obviously they'll be same.
so
Then we are going to the next book. Next.
yeah, that is okay. Then here, if C and D is same number, then the 15th row will be executed, right?
No. We have
He
to
has
check
to
for
check all
this.
the.
Yeah, please. For
To
the
check the
same.
whole set of the library.
Okay,
Then, sir,
okay. Assume now only one book is there. Then what will
One
happen?
book is there. Obviously, there is no first and uh, second last. Nothing
if
like that will exist. So,
sir, if you are saying that only one book will be remaining, that like 2000, C is 2000, D is 2000. If we minus them, we'll get 0. You are saying that now. So if we get 0, the return will not be true. It will be false because 0 is not greater than B if there is one book.
So here B, how we can tell, madam, the B value, how we can assume actually here?
That has also given us some positive integer we have to take.
Okay,
Let's say
okay. Assume we will take positive integer 1. So
okay.
what will happen?
So here 0 is never greater than 1, right? So it
Yeah.
will return as false.
Okay. So false means then that kind of the below steps will not carry forward. Yeah. Then
Which means the whole procedure stops. If
stops.
there's only one book, then this case will happen.
So then what is the conclusion of now? So do something.
Still they are asking only for true statements, right?
Okay. So they're talking about true statements. So that is
Yes.
that is the
if
point.
they give options about false, we can.
So
Consider
we need to ignore about the C minus D is um, uh, C minus D
is greater than
B. It's to be true. Then only we need to select based on that numbers.
Yeah, because that's what is the given options, right?
Understood.
When will we get true? That is what is the given question.
Understood.
Okay, great.
We have to run the code according to the options given, whether it's one or more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, I got the logic because in this if loop, the first year of publishing, the least year of publishing, whatever, that will get locked up. So
let's say first year gets stored in D and the least year very least one will stored in C. So let's say the least year in this, I mean like the recent year, right? Recent year is stored in C and the very old book is stored in D. Based on that, we have to check.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. I got it.
Okay, everyone?
Yes, ma'am, we can continue.
Option answer just showing, madam. So what is the correct option? Just I will read it.
What? The option B is the correct answer for this.
So output is true if and only if last book of author A was published at least B years after their first book. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, now moving to the 10th question, people. I'll just give you 2 minutes of time, exact 2 minutes. Just go through this, then we'll discuss further questions, okay?
Option, ma'am.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. We are done.
Yes.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
It should be option number 2.
Yes.
D.
Yeah,
Option number
it should
D.
be option number D.
D.
Do you justify whether it is in same sentence or not?
Yeah, D option.
Yeah, D.
In option D, how will you justify if sentence is same or not?
Because full stop. You can read it
They
from the
didn't
first.
said anywhere, no? Full stop
Yeah,
must be
full
there only.
stop they said.
They have
Oh, yeah,
said
that's
in the
right.
fifth.
Option number D is the right one.
You can read the fifth line.
The procedure
If
is
X
counting.
words end with full stop, both
If it ends with full stop,
It means you have taken all the words from sentence one of sentence one in table 2, and then you will clear it, and then you will get the C value.
Yes, people, have you all come to the conclusion part?
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
yes, ma'am, I am sticking with option 2.
Ma'am, you can discuss now.
Okay, people, we'll discuss, not an issue. Okay. So the thing is, here we are just taking up some value. Let's say I'm taking a sentence here. Monday morning. Let's say that is the sentence here. And then there is a full stop, let's say. Okay, so what I have to do, what is the C value? C is initialized with 0 and C is equal to, they have called this get something method. I mean, this procedure. So what are we doing here? We are taking up the element from the first one, which means Monday is taken.
Yeah.
Then I have to take the remaining elements. Let's say morning is taken. I have to check for both of its letter count. Its letter count is 6. And what is its letter count? 7.
7.
So both the letter count are not same. So the one condition is true. Then I have to check with the next condition. So what is the next condition here?
It's a noun.
Part of speech.
Okay. Let's say they
Part
both.
Part of speech.
Yeah.
Both are no.
Wait.
Repeat.
No.
Both are noun.
Yes,
Yes,
noun.
both are noun, right? Which means both the parts of speech are same, right?
That means you
Yes.
increase the count of
Right.
A by 1.
Yes. If both the parts of speech are same, then we have to increment the count by 1, right?
Which is the value of get something.
After that, what has to be done, people?
If full stop come, then we have to clear row in table 2.
Yeah. So let's say here both are same, which means let's say, oops, why it's not right. Okay, let's say it's true. So true and true, I'll get A value to be incremented to 1. So only one so far I have figured, okay?
Okay, it's option 4. I changed my mind.
Last option, yes.
Okay, so now this one is taken here, which means within the sentence, how many pairs I'm checking, right? Isn't it?
Ma'am, one question. What if we have two sentences?
Let's say I'm just taking one whole sentences. It was Monday morning. So let's take a word count for all. So what is the word count of it? It's 2. And here 3, 1, 6 and 7. How about the parts of speech?
It is a pronoun.
Means so it can be pronoun and was is a verb. Yeah is a article. Monday and morning are the nouns, right? Isn't it, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Article. This is noun. Let's say this is also a noun. So still I'm getting only 2, right? Okay, so let's say Monday morning, he woke up. No, she woke up. Bit late. Okay, now here only I'm ending the sentence. So it's like a whole sentence. Now this is also a pronoun, right? Its letter count is 3. Woke is a verb with letter count 4. And
तो तुम गुस्सा क्यों हो रहे
yes.
बंदर
Let's take this as an example now. And here, first I have to check with it. So is there any other pronoun here? Yes. So what is the pronoun here? She, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
she.
She.
Wow is the
Okay. So what has to be done is both the things are of, we have to check with the letter count. Is both the letter counters not equal?
No.
Condition is true. So we have
Yes.
to check with the parts of speech. Both the parts of speech are same. So what has to be done then? A has to be incremented to 1 now. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there any other pronoun we have to check? No. So then I'm going ahead with was and
And
were.
are you comparing it with C?
Eat with was, eat with a, eat with Monday, eat with morning, eat with she. So here I have got the same one.
Okay.
Because it with was, both are letter count is not equal, but parts of speech is also not equal. So the condition fails. It with a, word count is not equal, but parts of speech is not equal. So the condition fail like that.
We had was.
Is it clear?
That means each and
Yes,
every
ma'am.
word will be compared with all the words.
Yes, one to many. One is compared with all the other things.
All right. Okay.
Got it right?
Yes.
Great. So by this way, I'm just comparing with the other words. So by this way, next is was and woke. Letter count is not equal, parts of speech is same. So A is incremented by 1.
2.
So A becomes 2. Then we have to check, is there any other article? No, but noun is here with the same thing, right? So again, it is incremented by 1. So A becomes 3. So in within the whole sentence, we are trying to do this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the answer can be option
D.
D, that occur in the same sentence. Is it clear, people?
Just one question, ma'am. Maybe I'm getting confused. What if we have two sentences? Say it is Monday morning, and the next sentence is say I'm late. Okay, so the first loop will get A equal to 1, right?
Yeah.
And then when that will be returned, and C equal to C plus 1 will become C equal to 2 in the if condition, the first while loop. Yeah, and then we clear all the rows in table 2. Then that while loop is not ending. Again, we are checking, right? While table 1 has more rows. So it will go to the next sentence, right? Like I'm late. If that is a second sentence, then it will check again for that second sentence. Is there any matching, any words which are matching this condition? Because we are not reinitializing C will keep increasing. So how the answer will become like in the same sentence? It will be across all the sentences.
No, there is a X word ends with a full stop. There is statement. Right?
So if there is a full stop, within that sentence, what are all there? We are adding it, right?
The statement ends with a full stop.
One second. Can we go one again? See, the first one is like we are moving first row to table 1, first row X1, table 1 to table 2. Then we are
Yes.
checking if X dot word ends with a full stop. No, because it's Monday. And the second sentence, then that loop will not go. Then again we will come back. Is there any? So the morning will come. Then it will check it's in full stop. Yes, it's ending. Then we
So
call that.
what are the steps will be in table 2 is a whole sentence, right?
Yeah, whole sentence.
So I'm taking that whole sentence and I'm doing these processes, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And we
So
are
across
returning that
that
to speech.
sentence, we are checking with the letter count and then the parts of speech.
Correct.
Okay. And then after checking all these things that belongs to the same sentence and letter count parts of speech, then after that we are adding it to C, right?
Correct.
So in each sentence we are doing that.
Correct. Each sentence we are doing that.
Uh-huh.
So isn't the option answer will be number of pairs of words in the same speech across all the sentences?
No, in the
Or
same sentence, we are checking for the parts of speech and letter count. It's not like across. I think you are confused with that. Okay, I got your point now. Like,
Full
let's
stop
say
area. Yes, ma'am.
this we are checking only for a particular sentence or we are checking for all the sentence?
that one is for a particular sentence.
Yes, for the same sentence, we are checking for the letter count and parts of speech. So that is what is the option also. The pair of words with same part of speech and different count letter that occur in the same sentence.
Just one last thing.
And
Okay,
then
the
only we are
second,
going ahead with the second sentence. They didn't ask, let's say, and then we are going ahead with the second sentence, and there also we are doing the same process, right?
correct. But see, so in the initial first loop, if the C is say 2, we are not reinitializing that C. Then we are going to the second sentence and coming back.
Every
So from
sentence we are
2,
checking.
yeah.
Every sentence.
So C is keeping increasing, right? From 2, it will become 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, that
So
is.
if we, yeah. So, okay, 1 second. So what
that
C is like is the sum of all the pairs across all the entire data set wherein the same sentence they have this matching pairs, right?
Wait. We are not checking across the sentences, right? Within the same sentence, we are checking for the letter count and parts of speech.
Ma'am, can you explain
Madam,
with all the tables drawn and then
madam, a little bit
explain
down,
it
madam.
once? So it's
Maybe
very confusing.
there is a which one step only is a confusion. Maybe here. See,
I
now
think
now first up to fifth row, it will check the word with the full stop, right? When the word with the full stop when the system got, then the procedure will go to the sub procedure, and sub procedure will count the from the beginning, from the table 2, right?
yeah, and then here in the seventh line, we
And
are
and
clearing all the
yeah, and
elements
that
in the
return
table.
and this return value is substituting here, and then one sentence is closed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is a sequence up to 5. It's a first one sequence. Then directly, if the full stop is got, then it will be executed the below procedure. Then that sentence will be end up. Then it will go to the next sentence.
Yeah.
But here next sentence going and not going, there is no information. But the counting is there is no information, right? Up to what will be there. So for one sentence only, maybe we can tell. So here there is no definition for the sentence count and all.
Yeah. We are not counting the sentences. In a
Yes.
particular sentence, how many pairs of letter and word count, I mean, like letter count is same and parts of speech is, parts of speech is same and letter count is different. So we are counting it and we are clubbing together to C for each sentence. So C will contain across all, but it's not like all pairs. It's like for particular sentence, it will take a pair.
Yeah,
Let me
for
take with an
particular side, it's a
example.
pair, and then the next sentence, whatever that pair is, and it's the addition of each sentence pair, right? So that's why I'm getting with the option confusing, because the option is like it's the same sentence that pair sum. So what exactly I got it like first sentence the pair, second sentence the pair, third sentence the pair, sum of that.
It should be option number 2.
Same
So
sentence
that's
only
why
is right.
I chose option number 2 because it's addition of like each sentence's pairs.
Yes, because the loop will continue after the first sentence and then after the second sentence till we
Exactly, because it's
complete
the
the
entire
whole
data set.
paragraph. Yeah, till we complete the whole paragraph.
Exactly, yeah. So that means first sentence pair plus second sentence pair plus third sentence pair. So that's why I choose this option number 2.
Okay, because we are checking exactly, people. Here we are checking for the same part of speech and different count letter count. Okay, so as you mentioned, the option can be B also, but are we checking across all?
Not across.
Yeah, it's like
Because,
it's
yeah,
not like I'm taking the it and comparing with the first sentence, second sentence, third sentence. There is
no,
nothing like that.
no.
But if I
Yeah,
take this
option
B
4 is
option,
correct
it is
because of 5 steps.
yes. If I take
Because
option
yeah,
B,
because
it is like I am taking
Mm,
it and comparing across all the sentences, and then I'm checking whether the same part of speech with different count letter. Then you can say
mm.
this.
Okay, so
But
maybe the
here,
fourth option could have been little modified, like some of all within the same sentence, something like that.
yeah, okay. We'll
Yeah,
see with that, yeah. So
We
that you
can do
got
it.
confused, right?
We can do
yeah,
an
that's why I got
next
confused.
method.
Okay, got it, got it. So,
Madam,
So we
here the sentence also it will not go to next sentence also from the program I'm telling.
no, it will
Correct,
go.
right?
It will
How
go, right?
how
Because
how it
here
will go?
wait, I'll just check. So here I'm just clearing, once it ends with a full stop, it will clear all the rows. Still table 1 have all the elements, right?
Oh, so it's deleting the records, the
Yeah, yeah.
first sentence.
First
Then it will
sentence
go to
get
okay,
deleted, then it will
okay.
go ahead with the second element and it will keep checking for the second sentence ending, and then that gets added up. Then the second sentence get deleted from the table 2, then it goes again and again.
But the end of the things, which is sentence having this condition combination of different letter count and parts of same parts of speech,
Each
we
sentence
cannot
we are
tell.
checking.
Yeah. So, but this program it won't tell.
It
if
will.
you have a paragraph, you can do it, sir.
Okay, I'll take this example, people. It was a Monday morning, okay? So this is the full stop, right? So the table 2 contains all these elements. So now my table 2 contains it was Monday morning. So the letter count is like 2, 3, 6 and 7. This is pronoun, this is verb, this is noun and this is noun. So after it encounters, what will happen? I have to go ahead with the procedure, right? So in the procedure, what are we doing? We are checking the row with the same. Let's say for noun and noun is same. Otherwise, it's all false. So it's like A is equal to 1. Is there anything else to be done? No. So it will go to the step C. So in C, what is given? C is equal to 1 is added. Then the table 2 is cleared. Now it will not contain any sentence. Because when I'm going ahead with the second sentence, I don't want the first sentence to be compared. That's why we are clearing this.
Yes.
So now the second sentence is Swaminathan was reluctant to open his eyes. Now this things will be in the like from Swaminathan till his eyes. So this will be in the table 2 now. So here we have verb and verb 3 and 4. This will match. There is nothing matching, right? So now A is 1 again. C is incremented to 2. Is it clear?
Store only the last sentence combinations. So
Yes, only the last
last
sentence.
sentence combination only it will store.
Yeah, that will be stored in table 2. That's why we are clearing then and there. Once the first sentence is over, clear it. Second sentence is over, fatafat clear it like that.
But the answer in depth, yeah, that kind of in depth they are not going. So what is the last sentence or first sentence and all? They're comparing itself on in sentence how many
Yeah.
different in letter count and the same parts of speech.
Yes, yes, yes.
Understood.
Has everyone got it, people?
Yes,
Neat.
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
For
ma'am.
these kind of questions, should we start with like the condition given like for procedure get something, then move forward to the or we should start from the start?
Let's say it's like from where the program starts. Let's say here I'm taking all the elements till full stop, and then it is going ahead with this get something. Again, it is back to that method, right?
Can we
Madam,
discuss
here one
now
doubt.
question
The
number
word
6?
with the full, sorry, the word with the full stop, the with full stop it will be count, or without full stop it will count. So what is actually what we need to how we need to understand like that one?
If not full stop, it will be keep moving to table 2. That's it.
No,
If not full stop, whether the if condition will work?
but the record is showing it's a word with full stop, right? So there is no differentiation in the records. So it will be word. For the word, the system will know it's a word. And full stop, it's full stop, or it's like one character, like alphabet, right?
Yeah. You can see here, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
open his eyes and then there is a full stop. So we have to check for a word with a full stop. That's it.
Okay.
And Himanshu, don't worry, ma. It's not much confusing. Just the thing is, take
No,
some
ma'am,
time
I'm not
to
worrying.
understand this.
I'm not worrying. I'm just saying, if this type of code is so confusing, what will happen in the upcoming lectures?
It's like it will take some time to understand. That's it.
Yeah, ma'am, I have chat GPT, so I can take help from that.
Hey, you cannot use it in exams, right?
No, I'm not using it
Yeah,
exam.
using a
I'll
lot
use it
harder.
only for understanding the concept or the code.
Don't do that at first.
Yeah, no, not
Because
first.
because
I
you if you get used to that, then your
yes, ma'am.
mind will automatically think, okay, let me give it.
Pardon me,
Then
ma'am. I do for 3 times or 4 times practice for myself. Then I'll do it. It's cheat code. I use the cheat code.
so if you're practicing, you don't use it now because you'll get
Yeah,
used
okay,
to it. Like a
okay,
kind
ma'am.
of addiction.
I'll not use it.
Okay, we'll see. Mono, it's not confusing, ma. It's like
Yeah, ma'am, if you are here, why we need to use ChatGPT?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that my ma'am is here. We are using use ChatGPT. No, I'm not saying that. Ma'am will help you.
okay. People just sit for a minute and just read it carefully. That's the major thing. When you
Yes.
Can you
practice a
discuss
lot of
question number 6?
questions,
Question number 6.
okay, I'll check. So practice a lot, people. That's it. Nothing much in that to be complicated.
Yes, ma'am. I do practice for 3 to 4 times. Then I use ChatGPT when I get so much confused in the code.
Yeah, because we cannot trust that, no?
Madam,
It is not mandatory. It has to give correct
Yes,
answers
ma'am.
always.
But
madam,
if AI is booming, so
That
why can't we
ChatGPT can
use?
mistake.
Yeah, of course it can.
sometimes, madam. So if you are tired now, so like how computers sometimes hang up, like that, we only reading thing, then we not concluding, and just our mind is keep on reading, and after that only we are realizing what we are doing. Like that situation is coming
Yes,
actually
ma'am.
for me and all.
Sometimes it so much confused that what is going on here? What am I doing?
I'm also same that
So
time.
if that is the case, just move to the next question. With that confusion, you'll confuse that question a lot.
Yes, ma'am. I am confused. Where is
Ma'am, if I try same question next day, I solve. Yeah,
ma'am,
because after
Okay, so people who are like, just go ahead with the sixth question, which is displayed in the screen.
ma'am, when I do week 5 question, I got confused with the week 4 question.
Madam, a little bit
because you
miss,
use
madam.
ChatGPT.
Hey, don't use it, Ra.
Okay, bro. But ma'am, I do practice. No, I don't cheat. It's just for fun.
Okay, people, what is there to confuse us first? If you're taking like it's like procedures, and previously you might have just gone through like ifs, and then you would have gone familiarized with
It
the
is
like
obvious, ma'am.
while and all, right? Only till week 4 is enough for quiz one, right? So as of now, concentrate till week 4, then we can just discuss that as well, okay?
It's a lot of fun, ma'am, doing this type of question. I'm not saying that it's so confusing and so hardworking.
Hmm. Yes, has everyone gone through this?
But a little bit maximize, madam. So we got
Yes.
just zoom it. So
You have to find what will A represent at the end of the execution.
I guess number of words without a vowel.
Bro, I'm not answering. Why you answering?
Because B is true when there is not vowel. If there is a vowel, B will become false.
Please repeat me. What did you say?
I think it is the option, third option, number of words without vowels.
Okay.
Because if there is a word, if there is a vowel in a word, then B will become false. And if B is false, then A won't be incremented. So,
Yes,
Yes.
you are right.
Perfect. Because it's very clear that they have mentioned if it is a vowel, make B as false. So even though if there is a one vowel, it will become false, right? So if for false, A will not get executed at all. I mean, like A will not be incremented at all.
Ma'am, like in this code, sometimes the line 11 confuses me. What is this representing? The
Yeah,
empty.
What?
yeah, right, ma'am.
Ma'am,
This is also
sometimes
my question.
code 11, no, line 11 confuses me. If B,
And
then what
if B
next?
represent true or false?
What is
If
after
of
that
B.
B?
true.
Okay.
If
So
B
what
is
is the value
satisfied,
of B is there?
true.
It's
False.
true or false?
If of
Is
false,
string or
imagine that if of I'm giving the condition is 2 is greater than 3. What this will give me?
False.
So which is similar to if of false.
So it is not the initialized
The
value.
condition in the if is false, the A will never be incremented. So initially they are giving B is equal to 2. True, right? Which means the whole letter word should contain only the consonants. No vowel should be there. Then B will always remain true, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that means if
Thank
B
you.
is true.
Yes. So which means when A, what will A represent? A will keep incrementing when there is no vowel in that particular word, which means number of words without vowels.
if B will true, then A will increment.
Zara.
Ma'am, if
Repeat, ma. I didn't get you.
if B will true, then A will increment.
Yes.
Yes. If of the condition has to be true, right?
If there is a vowel, then B becomes false.
Like generally, if you are giving a if, we'll give some condition, right? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if the the condition in the if is false, will the block inside the if will work or not?
Hmm.
It
It
will
will work.
not work, right?
It will not work.
People can able to understand this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, that is how it goes, people. Let's say, whatever. It's like instead of condition, they are giving the boolean straight away. Generally, if they give a condition, what will we do? We'll evaluate it and we will say whether it is true or false. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Instead, they're just checking whether B, whatever the value it is initialized with, either with true or false, whatever it can be, right?
Okay.
Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
In initial, if B is false, then meaning of if B is false.
Initially, B is false in the sense of then after some condition check, we have to check, we have to toggle it, right? Yes, it is written like this. It means if it is true, like the block inside the if will work. Otherwise, it will not. So
I get it.
now I have given some blocks inside it. Will that work or not?
No.
No.
Why no? Because I have
False.
evaluated that whether 12 is less than 10,
This is
Yes.
false.
which is false. The same thing, people.
If
Yes,
vowels found, the A will not increment. So that is another
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
So A will not count
But
with.
here the true and false only it will make confuse us actually. The actually here and there we are seeing now. True, false, then my mind is confused. Okay.
Better just go through it line. You can just take any example and go through it, like where this if works, where this if ends, where this while ends.
Yeah,
Make sure that.
instead of just seeing, maybe we need to have a pen and paper we can write now. Maybe it will be good actually. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Ma'am, when we will start coding?
Diploma
Bro,
level.
first read this code.
we'll move next, madam.
Okay. People, it's like computational thinking is completely of like a pseudocode type. You have to understand the pseudocode to write a code, right?
Ma'am, he was like, let's start driving. And how?
Your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, let's do 12. Question 12.
Okay. What question number?
12th. 1, 2.
12. Yeah, here it is. And I think this would be the last question for this session. So yeah, we'll discuss it, people. People, can I give you 2 minutes of time to understand this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
good.
discuss it. Ma'am,
What?
it'll take time. So let's discuss.
Maybe 5-10 minutes, right?
Yeah, give us 1 minute only.
Okay.
Okay.
Line 10 has error.
Ma'am, in line 11, because
Line
instead of
10.
and it should be or. If y mathematics greater than C1 or y physics greater than C2. It should
Isma,
be
have you all go
Line
through it?
10. Line 10 has error.
please don't message bro. दिख नहीं रहा इधर.
Jency took. All right. So, what is given in the question, people? It is like you have to check what is. Okay. So, at the end of the execution, A has to capture the number of female students who are above average in at least one subject, and we have to check what is the error, right? Okay. Which means all the people MPC holds the average mark of the student. So first we have to check whether that person is a female, for which we have to write the gender, and then we have to check above average, right? So C1, C2, C3 are the person's mark. The average has to, like, they has to score above average, which means the 11th
Yes,
line
ma'am.
is an error, right?
Yeah, 11th line.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
11.
Yeah, because here they have given average has to be
This is
greater. No.
or. Yes.
So that is our error, and error in line.
Yeah, ma'am. Why 5 line have a error?
Hmm?
Ma'am, why 5 line have a error?
Yeah, because A has to capture the number of students, which means it has to keep adding it. But is A is keep adding? No, it is just initialized to 1. After that, it is not reinitialized also, right?
It just stays 1.
So error in line 5 as well. 10th line, we are checking for their gender as female. Yes,
Ma'am,
it has to
what should we
absolutely.
correct? What should I write in line 5? What I
It
should
has to
write?
be like A is equal to A plus 1. Then only it will keep counting, right?
It will increment.
Yeah, right. Okay.
A plus is equal to 1. Then it is right. And here also this less greater than symbol has to be changed. And multiple return false. Is
Yes,
there a
ma'am, it is
multiple
false.
return?
Line 10 has doesn't know.
No, it is like
Female
checking for
return
the
is column.
female, right?
And why greater than symbol has to change?
Imagine that they have mentioned the number of female students who are above average in at least once. So it has to be like or and less than C1 at least.
Can you repeat, please?
I didn't
I
get it,
understood
So
ma'am.
the
let's
Can
or.
say
you
the
please?
I
average
know
is,
there is or, but why the less than?
wait. Let's say the average is 50, 60, and 70. The student has scored 49, 50, and 60 in this case. So
Okay.
it will check 50 is greater than 49. Yes. 60 is greater than 50. Yes. 70 is greater than 60. Yes. But whether this person has scored more than the average,
No.
at least in one subject? No,
No.
right?
Madam,
Let's check.
here I have a doubt. So earlier you told for and first condition has to true, then only next condition it will go, right?
Yeah.
So for uh, here it's all are and. So first
Yeah,
condition
wait. I'm
then
about to say that only. Let's say
okay.
they have mentioned at least one, which means one condition has to be true, right?
So then or you need to use, right?
Yeah, or has to be used, and it has to be like symbol also need to be changed.
Symbol correct only, no? So the above
No,
average
the
only, right?
student has to score above average.
Okay.
Here it is mentioned average is greater than the student's mark. That should not be there, right?
So M is
Oh,
the
okay.
average.
Thank you.
No, MP, okay. Here the y dot mathematics student score. So
No,
C1 is the
that
average.
is. Wait.
Yes, he's right. C1 is average,
Okay,
no?
so why is okay? This is the max mark of a student, right? Okay, then still the or condition has to be there, right?
Yeah, so
Yes,
only
or
R only.
condition.
Only
Otherwise,
or has to be there,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But the sign is right?
Yeah, sign is correct.
Yes.
It's my bad. Like I misunderstood it. It has to be or, not and. And the next thing is they have mentioned as multiple written statements. No,
Yes, ma'am, it
if
is also.
if the gender is not female, it has to return false, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
if
the
gender
gender is female, but still the mark doesn't satisfy, it has to give false. So there is no like multiple written statements. So that is not. We cannot say no error. There are two errors. We'll check then.
Ma'am, multiple error false will be the answer also.
No, see only two answers. One is line 5 and line 11. How come you can say there is multiple is an error? I mentioned, right? Like if the student is not a female.
no, written false only is coming. So first condition it's a not
Okay.
female, it's a false. Then
Yeah.
second condition is
Similarly, the
also
second
false. All are
condition
false.
mark is not true. Still, it has to return false. So
False.
you cannot say it's wrong.
Oh,
It's correct only.
okay, now I get it. Okay, now I get it. Thank you.
So
Okay.
now the answer all available, madam. So we can submit, we can get answers or.
Yeah, of course. If you submit, you'll get the number of answers, like what is the accepted answer and all.
But they don't due date and all, so that is not there.
What?
Maybe due date.
It's not a grade.
It's you can just check, right? It's just for practice. It's not a graded one.
Okay. No. Okay, understood. Okay.
Yeah. And
Ma'am, what if I just don't able to give the mock test of statistics because I forgot the date. So is there any problem with that?
which one you're talking about?
Ma'am, the mock one for week 1 and week 2, I forgot it to give it.
Practice one. You can do a practice one, right? Like for practice, I think you have till the end of the.
No, ma'am. I'm asking that in statistics, they have given the week test, or we can say that.
Yeah, it was for bonus mark.
So I forgot to give it. Is there any problem with that?
Yeah, bonus, you will not get bonus marks.
Formatted bonus. I have done graded assignment.
If it is graded, you should give, right? Because based on that only your marks will be taken, na?
Yes, ma'am. But I forgot the date now.
But okay, but still, you can check the grading document, right? In grading document, it's clearly mentioned the dates of submissions and all.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do.
If the due date is done, you cannot do it again.
Yes, that is the problem. I forgot that when I checked it, it's what.
Yeah. So after this, try to keep up. Like, don't miss the dates hereafter. Okay.
Shouldn't the exam should have held after the 4th week, so that we should have more time for week 5 and 6? It's like overlapping with each other.
No, it's like it's similar to qualifier as well, right? So like for qualifier also the same thing, so it's not possible. No.
But those who are giving qualifier, they don't have to worry about week 5 and 6.
Yes.
So it's like we have to study for exam as well as week 5 and 6.
Ma'am, why the exam is collapsing with the course?
What? Why the?
Ma'am, my mean is to say why they have take the date of exam in middle of the course.
That is how it happens, right? Like OPP also is comes under in between. Quiz 2 also the same and all.
Ma'am, is the final exam, I mean the intern, is it supposed to take account all the syllabus or the final last
No.
4 weeks?
Like all the weeks.
Oh.
It's
So
like
there
end of
will
the semester you'll write, no? Like for all the same thing.
so there won't be any different, I mean separate exam for last 4 weeks.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madam,
And
tomorrow classes there, so
yeah, tomorrow there is a session. You can just check the calendar.
yeah, it's
It has been
available. So
scheduled.
you will be there, or some other persons will
Some
come?
other person will be.
Okay. Anyway, today I enjoyed that learnings and new
Yes,
learnings are
ma'am.
there. Most of the doubts are clarified. So
Yes, ma'am, me too.
yeah, so
Interaction is good.
somewhere see some classes now people will be maybe youngsters have the sharp brain, quickly they can answer. And intermediate we will be think, so we need to disturb or not like that. Maybe we'll most of the time we will not ask. Sometimes we are asked question also we cannot have to capture because they are urge to explaining things now. So
Okay.
it's not about the instructors. I'm talking about the students groups. So maybe that time we'll feel different. So we need to ask or not. So okay, we don't want to. We don't want to disturb others. Like that, we'll go and we'll hold our doubts. It will be accumulate.
Okay.
Now most of the
Sorry,
doubts are
sir.
cleared, and very thank you for that.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, if you have a problem from our side.
And sir, you can just interrupt, like we can just raise hand or you can just show some gestures and you can ask. That would be better idea. Like instead of holding it yourself.
No. What we think, it's a
Okay, ma'am,
limited
but I
time,
like
so we
interacting
don't
people.
want to disturb others. That only we'll keep in mind. So that's why. So maybe we have doubt.
Oh,
Maybe it will take for us. Maybe see for me, I am almost 46 years old. Maybe it's not. I'm not understanding properly. That is the way we'll. Okay, we don't want to disturb others. Like that way, maybe I'll keep quiet. Actually,
okay,
thank you,
sir. I noted the point.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, people.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
You can leave.
It was a
Thank you
great
all.
session.
Thanks.
Bye, ma'am.
Yeah, bye, people.
Ma'am, tomorrow session will be about the first to 4th week or about 5th and 6th week?
It's similar to this. Like we'll be discussing the questions and the concepts as well.
It's for quiz one, right?
Huh?
It's
for
about
quiz
quiz
one.
one.
It's for quiz one. We are not going ahead with the other topics.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, people. You can leave.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, bye.